Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and have ourselves a drink.
All right, Michaela is singing, which means we are back in the lobby bar for the week of February the 2nd, 2026. Brian and Michaela here with you, and the groundhog is with you. Happy Groundhog's Day out there,
Happy
people.
Groundhog's Day.
Michaela, you remember what was the best cocktail we ever did? And it was like simple. It could have been a lobby bar cocktail.
It could have been a lobby bar cocktail. That would have been a sweet vermouth with a twist of lemon that we did for our first kind of holiday special after Christmas when we started Drink the Movies, Groundhog Day.
Yeah, that was for Groundhog Day. So happy day. I guess it'll tell you if we're getting 6 more weeks of winter or 6 weeks of winter left or something like that. It's like the same thing. But yeah, so that we've got that going on today. It's an exciting week here at Drink the Movies. Something very exciting, at least to me, is starting. The Olympics are starting this week, which is awesome. Winter Olympics, far superior to the Summer Olympics. I don't even care what you say out there. Come at me, track folks, sledding down a hill or skiing down a hill. Like with like death in your face. That's where it's at. That's what I love. Michaela, are you excited about the Winter Olympics?
I am. I mean, I love watching the figure skating. I mean, who doesn't love that? I always am sure someone is going to get like skewered on the ice, but they never do. So that's and it's amazing. Um, but I really loved the skiing as well.
Mm-hmm.
That is really fun because they end up going as fast as cars. It's insane. Like I and it's so dangerous, but they just make it look easy. I love
Yeah.
the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, the Winter Olympics are good. You just curl up, you get yourself some hot chocolate, you put some Frangelico in it, and you watch the Winter Olympics. That's starting this week, so there's not a lot of like new things coming out movie-wise or really streaming-wise. There's a couple of things, but anytime there's like the Olympics, and I think like the Super Bowl like happens like over the time of the Olympics too, maybe I don't know. So basically, like nothing is happening for the next month, which is good because we can watch some skiing and then we can take a break to watch some Oscar films because we are doing that. We are getting ready to get our Oscar pick'em put up, so you want to make sure that you follow along drinkthemovies.com and get your picks put in. We're doing okay. We're getting through our movies. I think we'll make it. I think we'll be all right. But what I thought we could do today, 'cause we're recording this early because we've got some travel coming up. We've got some moves going on. So we're knocking this out today. And I thought we could do a classic cocktail that we've never talked about. We've not talked about it in any shape or form, I don't think, on the podcast, although it was featured in one of the movies we've covered. So we're going to talk about that. But today we're talking about the Bloody Mary, which is the worst thing of all time.
Oh, so Brian, it's interesting to me because you don't not like a lot of flavors. Like you
Yeah.
give me shtick because
I can at least like
even with
appreciate it.
coconut,
Like even things I
right?
don't like I can be like, okay, but
Yeah, yeah. But I've never even offered to do a Bloody Mary because I also am not a huge fan. There's only one time I will drink a Bloody Mary, and that is like in Vegas after being up till at 4 in the morning the night before
mm,
drinking and dancing or whatever. And then I'll wake up the next day and a Bloody Mary for some reason sounds great. And then I take 2 sips and I think, no, not a
this is a
good
terrible
idea.
idea.
But there are people
Terrible.
who absolutely swear by a Bloody Mary. They love it. They think
People
it's
swear
like
by
the
it. They make it on the
perfect
airplane.
vacation
They get that
drink.
gross can of tomato juice and a little vodka, mix it up. No,
Just a
get out of
splash, a
here.
Bloody Mary mix.
Out of here with that. Out of here with that. But yeah, the Bloody Mary is a famous cocktail. It's very old, actually. It hails from little mythology here around this, but most people think that it came about in like the 1930s in New York City, which makes sense because one of the classic ingredients of a Bloody Mary is some Tabasco, which seems like that's a pretty American thing. So I think that it probably does hail from somewhere here in the States, and around that time that makes pretty good. They say the St. Regis Hotel in New York City. That's one of the places that gets cited here in that, and the 21 Club, also in New York City. So might have originated somewhere in there, and maybe that's true. You're like living life in the Big Apple. So you wake up and instead of having an apple, you have a tomato drink for some reason. I don't know. Let's talk about the Bloody Mary here. This is how you do a traditional one. Basically, you take some vodka. Hopefully a lot of vodka because you're going to need it to get through the rest of this grossness, but that's okay. Uh, no shade out there. If you like a Bloody Mary, I'm not coming at you. It's just not for me. So what you're going to do is get some vodka in there in your glass with some ice, and you're going to add to that some tomato juice, some Worcestershire sauce, some black pepper, some celery salt, some Tabasco, and some lemon juice. That's kind of the classic. What was in the classic? Bloody Mary, and then I think you'd probably garnish it with a celery stick. I don't know if that was classic or not. It doesn't say that here in the liquor.com article that I'm taking this from, but that seems like something probably that you'd put in there, right? A little breakfast,
Oh yeah.
with
Yeah.
your brunch thing. But that's pretty good. The only way I could get on board with a Bloody Mary a little bit is if I had something that was just like super spicy to cut through the tomato, because that's the part of it that I don't like to me. But like having like a spicier version of that, and I've seen a lot of like newer iterations of the Bloody Mary where people like Absolute Vodka make like a pepper vodka. I've
Mm.
made here at my own home like a horseradish infused vodka, which I think would be good in a Bloody Mary, if that was your jam. I don't know about a celery stick. I've seen, like the shrimp. I've seen like the bacon, like all that stuff. Maybe that's okay. Like you could just like dip it in there, and then it's like a little bit of like ketchup for your piece of bacon. But I don't know. You mentioned Vegas. Do you just order like you go up to like the casino bar and you're like, give me a Bloody Mary? Or do you get like one from like a fancy place and they're like, here it comes with, I don't know, like a lobster claw coming out of it?
So there is a restaurant called Hash a Go-Go, and it is at the Link in Vegas. And that is where they do some amazing things. They do eggs Benedict that is out of this world. It's so big. But they also are famous for their Bloody Marys because you can get an entire slice of pizza put on
Whoa.
one. They have like you can get a sausage roll on it. It's
Okay.
crazy. There are Bloody Marys there. And so
Mm, all right.
if I go with my friends Jeff and John, we will always stop there for a breakfast after we've had like a real boozy night. And so yeah, that's usually where I go. But again, I'm kind of like you. It's like it sounds good. It sounds like something that would like make wake you up, kind of like a coffee because of all the pepper in it or the heat.
Mhm.
But then I take a couple of sips and I'm like, I could have just ordered V8. I don't know. It's not my favorite, but when in Rome, when in Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you get it peppery enough and then it like skews more like salsa than tomato juice, then maybe I can get on board with it. I don't know for sure. But yeah, that's the Bloody Mary in a nutshell. And I wanted to talk about it today because it is a classic cocktail and we're doing this earlier. So we're trying to go through some of the classic cocktails and it's not something we've ever delved into, even though the Bloody Mary does have some movie roots. Michaela, can you think off the top of your head a movie that features a Bloody Mary? And I'll give you a hint. We covered one of them way back in the first season of Drink the Movies. Do you remember? Do you remember what it might have been?
I do remember when Harry met Sally.
You remember
We
covering
are
movies? We
I
did. We
remember
did do
covering
it when Harry
movies.
Met Sally. Was there a Bloody
Uh,
Mary in When Harry Met Sally? I
so
don't know.
sort of because she's on the plane and she says, "Do you have Bloody Mary mix?" And the flight attendant says yes, and she says, "No, wait, this is what I want." And then she's like, "I want 2 counts of this. I want this, and just a splash of Bloody Mary mix." And the woman is like, "Wow!" And that's when that's when Harry like looks between the two chairs and he's like, "Oh my God, I've never seen anybody order like you. What the hell? It is
Yeah.
you." Right?
It
So,
is you. You do exist. You do exist. Well, there you go. No, that did not come up in my search for Bloody Marys in films. The one that did, though, that we covered was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Cliff Booth is sitting there at the bar having a Bloody Mary with a very large stock of celery. Him and Leo's character there sitting at the bar.
mhm.
Leo, I don't know what Leo's drinking. Probably whiskey sour, but I'm not 100% sure if that's what he was having at the bar there at that time. Apparently, it was also featured in the film Fletch and in the James Bond film Thunderball. That's pretty good. The Royal Tenenbaums apparently might have had that, and it also gets some mentions in a couple of things. Bridget Jones's Diary.
Mhm.
Apparently, she has a Bloody Mary after one of her weekends there. It's seen on like things like Mad Men and stuff like that. So that is the Bloody Mary. So there you go. Let us know how you take yours out there. If you have like a specific like Bloody Mary mix, I think there's like a fancy one out of like Charleston, and that looks okay because it looks pretty like peppery.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
blended into that. So you can check that out. There's like Zing Zang. There's a bunch of like mixes. So if you have a good mix, if you love a Bloody Mary, if you think I'm like obnoxious for not liking a Bloody Mary, let us know all that. You can do it on any of our social medias. Like I said, not a lot coming out movie wise here this month, and we're recording it early, so not a lot to report on box office wise here either. There wasn't really much in the way of new releases this week, so we'll see how that goes. If anything strange or exciting happens as we bowl our way to the Oscars. So we've got that coming up. And speaking of the Winter Olympics, Michaela, we're doing a double dose. of Winter Olympic action here, which is very exciting to me. Very exciting to me. This week we are doing Cool Runnings, one of my favorites, 1993, little
Mm.
bobsled action. It's literally like a metal tube that you slide down to your near death. I don't
I
know why
mean,
people would do it. It looks
nothing.
amazing. I love it. I would do it in a
Yeah,
heartbeat if someone offered me one. I can't do it in Charlotte. We don't have a
absolutely.
bobsleds, I don't think, but
I don't think so. We have a whitewater center that should do bobsledding in the winter because
ooh.
that would be cool. I mean, nothing says like Jamaica, quite like let's get in a metal tube in the middle of winter on a hill and go down it. Like
That's true.
nothing,
Yeah,
as you're
we've both been
representing.
to we've both been to Jamaica, and bobsledding was not on my mind when I was there. I will
Not
say,
at
but rum
all.
was, and the cocktail is really good. So we're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be covering The Cutting Edge, which came out in 1992, actually predates Cool Runnings there. So looking forward to both of those Winter Olympic themed episodes here over the next couple of weeks. Last week we talked about the movie Cocktail on the podcast. That was a good chat about a film that's one of Michaela's favorites. So that was a good time to get into, and surprisingly good there on the turquoise blue cocktails. So check that out. And over on Patreon, we've got a bunch of Oscar stuff coming everyone's way. So check that out. It's patreon.com/drinkthemovies. So Michaela, I think that's going to go ahead and wrap it up. We gotta get into Oscar movies. Maybe I'll try a Bloody Mary this weekend. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm going to try one, but I'm definitely going to be watching opening ceremonies of the Winter Olympics in Milan. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to make me wish I was in Milan for sure.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
there you go. There you go. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to y'all next week in the lobby bar.